Hey everybody, I'm back. I just got home from a work trip that took me to Europe and Africa for 8 days, 5 countries in 8 days. I'm tired, but one of the things that got me really excited was that when I got home, my MakeCrate was here. And MakeCrate is a little bit different. You guys have seen me talk about some different starter kits, and everybody kind of has their own take. And most of the things that we've done so far have not really involved any wiring. Basically, the point of the kit was to try to make sure the person didn't have to do any wiring, and a lot of people love those kits, but there's also people that said, hey, if you're not wiring it, then you're not really learning it. And so if that's your opinion, then this might be the kit for you. So the idea is this is a monthly subscription kit, and I'm holding the starter kit in my hand, and basically what's going to happen is every month they're going to give you new parts and new sensors and things like that to add on to what you've been doing. So what makes this different is that what's in the box is not meant to be proprietary. The real power of this is the education that comes along with it. And so the idea is that a lot of the starter kits you buy will just come with some translated code and some PDFs and things like that and tell you to hope for the best. But this, they are educators who are trying to teach you how to code with better visuals and things like that. So we're going to take a look at the whole system. Without further ado, let's open the box. So there's a getting started guide and tells you to go on to MakeCrate.club and set up your account. We'll do that. And yeah, so that's that. And then it's going to say what's in your MakeCrate. And so there's 3 projects this month: Make It Blink, Make Some Noise, On and Off. Nice color thick paper. It gives you an idea of what is in the box: a microcontroller, breadboard, cable, resistors, buttons, buzzer, LEDs, and jumper wires. So let's take a look at the actual parts. There's some resistors here. Mine was kind of tossed around a little bit, but everything looks good. So there's resistors and some LEDs. One of these, I really like these 10 millimeter LEDs. That's a cool touch. There's a lot harder to come by. Some 5 millimeter LEDs. Some of these little tactile switches with different color buttons, caps that you can put on top. This is your standard, I guess it'd be a passive speaker, 2 speakers. And let's pull this apart here. And we have an Uno board. Let's take a look at it. Let's get an idea of the quality of it. Smells good. It's the kind with the removable chip. I like that. I think that's kind of fun. Silk screened on the back, nice and clean, nice shiny solder joints. Everything on it looks quality. These boards are kind of hit and miss. I mean, even the pin headers line up and things like that. And that may not be the biggest deal in the world, but it's nice to see people going above the minimum and putting some quality in there. Now this, okay, I don't know if we've talked about this in the videos. Let me grab some other wires over here. So generally when you go on AliExpress or something like that and you buy jumper wires, you're buying these kind, and these little square ones right here, they have a tendency to, when you bend them the slightest amount, the little wire part can break off in the Arduino. Now these, let's see if I can get you a good shot here. These are molded, and so there's actually like a molded round edge here with a longer wire sticking out. These are definitely higher quality than these. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I obviously have tons of these, but these rounded molded ones are absolutely my preference, and especially when you have kids working with them. I don't think I've ever had this wire just break off in something, and so that's a good move. That's something that's, I guess, better than what they had to do. You've got some, looks like acrylic. Let me rip this open here. I don't want to break it. I didn't have my knife handy. I wasn't expecting to be cutting stuff open. So yeah, you have some acrylic and some little feet. I'm not going to take these little screws. These look like M2 screws, or really tiny screws in there. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything until they tell me to do it, but there's a little holder. It looks like it's pre-drilled for the Arduino board. You have a brand new breadboard in the package, a couple of dividers for your kit, and the ubiquitous blue USB cable. So that's what's in the box. Now again, like I said, the point of this was not for it to be proprietary. The point is the software, and the point is the education. And so we're going to jump over to the computer and see what that looks like. Okay, so because the point of this kit is the education, and this education is behind a paywall, I don't want to give away too much of what they're doing, but I would like to kind of give my impressions of the look and feel of it. Basically, the way I understand it is that every month I'm going to get new additional things for my kit. And right now, this is where I'm at. This is month one with the buttons and all the other stuff. And then you can see there's matrices and soil sensors and all that kind of stuff. And so one of the things I do like is that they're doing some gamification, and there's points and achievements and other things like that. You can see other people in the group, which if I were to scroll up, you can see them, and I don't want to expose other people's information. But let me just give you a little quick look. So if I were to come here and click on this one so that I could see that, you get a little loading screen here. Now I am behind a VPN right now, and that could cause it to be a little slower than it probably would be for you. So when you get here, you get a video showing what you're going to be doing and some information up here about the different courses and stuff. And then basically you get the individual things of the course. And so if I were to click here, I would get some information on how to install the IDE and upload your code and all that kind of stuff. And I guess what I'll do this one, uploading your code. So you get a 3-minute video here that's actually produced that shows how to upload the code to the Arduino. And I don't feel comfortable showing somebody's copyrighted stuff on here, but they did a nice job. They made a nice video. It's a quality video. It gives you the gist of how to upload it. I honestly can't say anything bad about that at all. And then there's some sample code down here, and some opportunities to visit the forum and stuff like that. So let me poke around a little bit more, and I'll give you some more impressions as I come up with. Okay, so I teach beginning electronics to middle school and high school students, and just as an example, I'm taking, this is your typical starter kit showing how to hook an LED up. You're going to get a PDF, and it's going to show you, hey, just plug it in here, the little standard drawing, and plug it back in here. Nothing too fancy, and not really a whole lot in the way of explanation. So I'm going to share just a little bit of content from this one, and again, this is circuit basics. It goes to how does an LED work and all that, but I'm going to share just a little bit.
Electricity to flow from the Arduino to the breadboard, through the LED, connect to ground, and flow back to the Arduino. So the question is, why does electricity need to flow in a loop?
So to give you an example, like that's a little bit more of the stuff that you're going to get in a class like this. You're going to get explanations of the how and the why, and it's just 3 minutes. It holds your attention and stuff like that. I like it. This is obviously designed for kids or people who are very new to electronics, but I like that it's more than just hook this up and hope for the best. We're going to explain why this all needs to happen. So I'm going to drop back in here and show one more clip here, just a little bit of what I think makes this different than your typical starter kit. So we're going to look at the LED.
They come in a wide variety of colors and are found in places like automobile dashboards and clock radios. Many MakeCrate projects involve circuits that include LEDs. So let's take a look at how an LED works.
See, I love that. I love, it's one thing to say, hey, connect the anode here and the cathode there and stuff like that, but going in there and looking and actually describing how an LED works, like, I think there's something to that. I think there's something to the kit. So continuing to step through what they're doing here, I'm really, the thing that sticks out to me over and over again is that they don't assume anything. They don't assume that you know anything. They don't assume that you understand. They give you downloadable instructions on it. And we're talking about blinking an LED. We're talking about the most basic thing, the first thing that everybody learns. They don't assume, oh, this is just something that should come naturally. They give you downloadable instructions. There's a video tutorial. There's the code. And let's just take a look at the code. You could have written an 8-line blink sketch, but instead they took the time to explain every last little thing. Okay, we're going to define a variable. We're going to call it LED pin. This is what all that means. This is why we called it constant. This is why we called it an integer. This is the difference between an integer and, there's other kinds of numbers that aren't integers. And, just all of this stuff. We're going to turn the LED on. We're going to turn the LED off. And I think that's awesome. Like, so many times when I review these kits, these starter kits, people look at the instructions and they're like, that was just something that was translated and people just blew right through it. This is done with quality, and I cannot say enough good things about how they did their instructions. And there's one more thing I want to show you. When you get past that, there's a troubleshooting section. And so, like if you're blinking an LED, is your LED burned out? Is it attached properly? And they're going to give you little, hey, it may not have gone in exactly right and things like that. And there's just, again, they've thought of everything. They've thought of the things that could go wrong to make this a good experience. And so, the box is awesome. It's good to get an Arduino. It's good to get quality wires, and I love that, they went with the bigger 10 millimeter LED and all that kind of stuff. But the power of it is this website. This website gives you the information you need, and it allows you to just step through every little process. There's one other thing I wanted to show you that I think is pretty cool. I used the term gamification at the beginning, and basically they have the idea that you can earn these badges, you can earn points and badges and things like that for your account. And they take the existing code and they say, all right, we told you how to blink the LED, but now we want you to blink it faster or slower, and paste your code here, and when you submit it, you can earn badges. And there's different challenges. I'm not gonna show you all the challenges, but they do get a little bit more fun as you go, and every single one of these lessons has these challenges at the end of it. And so I think one of the reasons why I love coding and why I love teaching coding is because coding teaches people to think. And I think we're losing that in the world right now. We're so used to Googling it and just getting an answer. And I love the fact that, yes, they're going to give you all the tools that you need to understand how to write the code, but that's not enough. You need to understand, once you know the code, what can you do with the code? How do I adapt what I know to what I want to do? And to be honest, I think that's really where this kit shines. It's not just about, can I blink the LED? It's, can I take the knowledge that I just learned, how the electricity flows, how the LED works, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, to do more things with it, to go from just copying and pasting code or typing code to writing my own code, and not only writing it, but understanding what it does. And so, that's the challenge. When you look at a kit like this, you can go on AliExpress or you can go on Amazon, and for less money, you can get a bunch of parts in a box with a PDF shipped to you. There's no doubt about that. The question is, do you really want to learn how to code? And so if you're talking about buying this for a kid or somebody who's really interested in learning, like, what do you want them to get out of it? And if you want them to learn how to think, if you want them to truly learn how to code, then I think this is a solid kit. One of the things that's kind of cool is we're giving away one of these kits on our Arduino Facebook group, and I'll put the link up here. And then I'm giving away the kit that I just demoed to a student who can't afford one. And talking to the people for the last couple of weeks, it's clear that they love what they're doing, and it's clear that they genuinely want to help people learn. This is more than just about throwing parts in a box. And so just to be clear, I can say whatever I want. If I thought this was trash, I would tell you it's trash, but I don't. I honestly think it's a good kit. If you have somebody that you want to honestly learn how to code and to honestly learn about electronics, then I encourage you to check out MakeCrate. So thanks for watching. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe and comment if you want to keep these kind of videos coming. Also want to encourage you to visit arduinofb.com, where you can enter to win the MakeCrate, and you can also get a link to our group right there. You can sign up for the group. If you do sign up for our Arduino Facebook group, make sure you answer the questions or you won't get in. But one of the cool things about this giveaway is that the developers of MakeCrate are part of the group. So as we are posting these videos and having discussions on the Arduino Facebook page, you can actually interact with the people who made it, and you can tell them what you like, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see differently, and maybe give them some ideas. And that's one of the great things about this Facebook group, is that we all make each other better with all this shared knowledge. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.